In this lecture, we will be covering the working of DOM operations in JavaScript. DOM is document object model. The word object means the elements which are used in HTML, like the tags we are using, the inputs we are using, the outputs we are using, the buttons we are using. All the HTML elements are called object. It is a document object model. So all the operations like adding, removing, deleting, inserting, updating on particular field or particular object is called document object model, DOM. Basically, the document object model means the DOM's functionality is how to add or how to get, how to delete, how to update the element. It's all about the elements of a page. In this lecture, we will be covering some JavaScript DOM operations. So for this, first of all, like we have created this contact section, we will be going in the code section of the contact. So here it is. I am adding a functionality on this send message button. So for this I have to add on click method on the button. So just type on click. You can see here. So what's the functionality of this on click method? Basically, on click method is used whenever we are clicking on a button. Whenever you want to add JavaScript, the good place to add the JavaScript is inside this header tag. Means inside this you can add here. Means inside this head tag you can add, or you can add here. And the best place to add the JavaScript is before the ending tag of body. These are the places where you can add the JavaScript. You can add anywhere inside this body. The good practice is to add before ending of the body and before ending of the head tag, like before the ending of head tag means like here or here. For adding JavaScript you need to add script tag. So you see the type is text or JavaScript. Then I'm creating a function. So for creating function in JavaScript you have to type function and then its name. I am calling this my function. And then saving it. So I have created this function. For getting these input values I need to add IDs in this inputs. So I am giving the same ID as their name. Name, email, subject, and then message. I'm saving it. Now I have given all these inputs the ID. They have the unique ID, so we can access them easily. Now the first thing, the basic operation of a DOM is getting the value. So you know what the definition of DOM? Document object model, which is used for getting, deleting, inserting and updating the element. So like this is the input and this is the element. So I want to get this inputs data. For getting this I will be using First of all, I'm using var. Like var is the basic data type of JavaScript which can store integers, numbers, strings. So this is the basic data type which can store anything you can add. The float means like 2.0, integer 1 to 3, string means any numerical data like the text. So I am giving this variable name as name is equal to document dot. Basically in the DOM operation you will be using document dot get element by id. So what this document dot get element id's functionality is, it will get the element, like I'm giving this name here. It will reach this element, this input element, then I'm giving it dot value here. Now first of all, by this document dot get element by rd, it will approach to this element named as name and then will get its value. So this is the basic DOM getting operation. In the definition I was telling you that DOM basic operations are getting the data, adding the data, updating the data and deleting the data from element. So these all are the operations which are done on any element. The element may be like input tag, any text, any button you can say. So this is the basic of DOM of getting the value of the element. I will be copying this and I need these 4 values, so I will be pasting it thrice here because I have pasted it above. Just need to change the variable name and then the id name. Last one is subject. Sorry for the mistake here. Now you have got all this data inside these variables, these 4 variables. You will get the names data inside this variable name, emails data inside this email variable, and same goes for 2 others. Now you can print this data. It's up to you, either you want to print it or not. But how this function will be approached means how it will be called, where from it will be called. So for this we will be adding on click method here. So this is the basic HTML method we are normally using on a button. Its basic functionality is that whenever we are clicking on this button, on this send message button, this on click method is enabled. So we have to give the function name here. So our function name is my function, so we will be calling this here. Whenever we are clicking on this send message button, we will be diverted to this my function method here. We can print all these variables here, but I want to make sure that you will learn another thing which is called confirm. So you will see the beauty of this. So this is the string, this is the variable name. We will be adding others same like this. Adding message here, message variable here. So this is called the string concatenation, means how you are adding the string with other variables. First of all, this string will be printed, the name, and then the data inside this name variable will be printed, then email, then the data inside this email will be printed. Same goes on for subject and the message. What this confirm do is that it will create a pop-up on your screen, a alert type box there, but it has two options, yes or no. So you can agree or disagree. But with this data you can add your data, it's up to you. Like you can say, do you want to confirm this message, yes or no. I'm saving this and refreshing this page. If I'm clicking on this button, this is showing me that there is nothing, any data inside this, nothing inside name, email, subject and the message. So if I'm clicking on OK or cancel, it will show me an error here, please fill out this field. This is the thing which we have done. The error we were seeing there, please fill out this field, was because of this required text here. If we remove this, the error wouldn't be there. So it's good thing to add this required text for required fields. Now I'm filling these fields. My name Hashir Hussain, and this is my email. My message is, my subject is ABC, and my message is X, Y and Z. Sorry, a lot of Z's there was there. So if I'm clicking on this send message, you can see here name Hashir, email Hashir Hussain 765 at gmail.com, and subject ABC, message XYZ. So this is the beauty of DOM operation. You can get your data through DOM operations. But one thing more I will be adding is that the name must be on a different line, email must be on a different line, subject must be on a different line, and same for the message. For adding space for a line in JavaScript, we will be using \n, \n, then email, after email \n, then same goes for this after subject. Now let's see here. I'm refreshing this, adding the same data here, Hashir XYZ, my email, and subject ABC. Let's see here. Now I'm clicking on this send message. So let's see here. This way it's looking better. The name on a different line, email on a different subject on a different, and message on a different line. So it's looking good now. So you can add a new line through backslash, and but this must be inside a inverted commas. This is the basic gating operation of a DOM. Now if we are moving to register.html, I will show you another operation of DOM. For adding this, first of all I will be adding output tag here. I will be assigning class to this so that it will look like same as the above fields. I'm giving this class input class to this output tag. I'm writing time here. Now there is one thing, if you want to add JavaScript within the HTML tags or inside the any HTML, you can use through script tag. I'm using a script tag here. So as we have used document.getElement by RD, so this is for getting the elements value. So this is used for getting the element value. For any output or for any data writing, we can use document dot write. This write is used for printing the data or showing the data. This is also a DOM operation. If you want to add anything here, you can add through JavaScript. So you see here we are using HTML, and inside HTML we are using JavaScript. You can add any data here, like any value 1 2 3 4 or today's date. But for adding today's date, there is a built-in function in JavaScript named as date. You just have to type date function and save it. It will show you the current date and current time, and will also show you the standard time. Like if we are in America, it will show you that it's America's time. If you are in India, it will show you that it's India time. If you are in Pakistan, it will show you it's Pakistan standard time. I'm saving it and refreshing it. Let's go to the register. So you see here, this is the output field we have added, and this is the text we have added in the HTML, and this is the data, the whole data inside that script tag, inside that JavaScript tag. This date function will show you the current date, which is Sunday, April 4, and the time, and also it will show you which standard time you are using. So that's it for the DOM operation. You can also work on other DOM operations like deleting the data or replacing the data or updating the data. So we have covered the working of DOM operations in JavaScript, and in the upcoming lecture we will be covering error handling in the form through JavaScript.